Hey y'all, this is Jen, and my puppy getting in the way as usual. And I am doing my second mask Monday, y'all. What? I actually did it. I am using this bubbling facial sheet mask with premium ingredient bubbling oxygen. Wakes up and nourishes skin with powerful oxidants, dermatologist tested. Free from fragrance, parabens, and sulfates, dermatologist and allergy tested, not tested on animals. Give your skin a breath of fresh air. Infused with antioxidant-rich extracts, this mask turns into a refreshing, bubbly foam to reinvigorate and re-energize. Am I the only one who these things never seem to fit correctly on my face? Like, I have a weird shaped face or something. I don't know what it is. They always look weird. And they don't fit right. Anyway, so today, for Mask Monday, I am doing a Q&A with you guys. Because last week, when I did this, you guys said that you would be interested in that. So, let me put my timer on. And, oops. So I have a couple of questions that people asked me. And so I'm gonna give you the answer. It's so cool. So you see this little bubbly stuff? It's like tingling all over my face. It feels so cool. I love this. Okay. So I wrote them out on a little Word document. Okay. So the first question is from Miss Stephanie, NC Mountain Mama. And she said, does your husband plan on retiring from the military? Yes. He's been in, this year will be 16 years. So he is only 4 years away from retirement, technically. Well, not obviously, because not everybody knows. The Army, y'all look, you see this? That's so cool. And I know I don't have it on all the way right, but if I lay that down over my nose, I can't breathe. The Army can keep him for however long past his 20 years they want to. So, like, once he reaches his 20 years, he can put in a retirement packet, but they don't have to let him go. They can decide when they want to let him go. So, yeah, there's that. But, yes, he does intend to retire with the military. And the rest of the questions come from Ms. Donna Shanti. I think that's how you say it. I think I finally figured it out, Donna, and you never did tell me how to say it. I hope that's right. So she has a bunch of questions, and I'm going to answer them all because I have 20 minutes. So she wants to know, what are some of the advantages or disadvantages of being an Army wife? Funny story. It's not really a funny story, but when I married my husband, he was not in the Army. I had lived in North Carolina my whole life. I was born and raised there until I married my husband in my 30s, and we had to go. So that's the major disadvantage for me, was leaving my family and my friends, because I'd lived there my whole life. Everything I ever knew was there, and honestly, it's still there. I mean, that's the major disadvantage, is leaving behind your family and your friends, but also leaving behind your new friends that you make at every duty station. So with the Army, we typically move every 3 to 4 years, and with that, you know, a lot of times, like, so our first duty station was Colorado Springs, and that was like the worst. That was the worst. I was pregnant. It was my first time away from home. It was horrible. But I did meet a lot of really awesome people there, and so it was hard to leave for that reason. Um, so yeah, that's the biggest disadvantage is leaving your family and friends, and then leaving new friends. You know, every time you have to move. Advantages, you get to travel. Um, Not necessarily all over the world, although I have. But you know, even going to different states, maybe you will live in a state that you may not have ever been to, and maybe wouldn't have ever gone to, if it wasn't for the army. Um, I don't have to worry about health insurance. And it's a very tight community, so like, you know, you have to make friends really fast. And I'm still friends with some of the people I met at the very first duty station. So um, you meet some really good people, and because you have to make relationships so fast, they tend to last. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Her second question is, how long did you live in Germany? So we moved to Germany in September of 2017. Oh my gosh, y'all, this thing keeps moving down. And we left in July of 2021. So almost 4 years we lived there. When is your birthday? My birthday is December 12th. My favorite food? Ooh. I like salads. I like Italian food. I love steak. I like chicken. My favorite dessert is cheesecake. My favorite color is green. She asked me all this stuff, y'all. And then, what do you do for fun besides YouTube? Not a whole lot. I plan. I Bible journal. I faith journal. I watch Netflix. There's an app. It's a free app, and if you guys have never heard of this, then you're hearing it from me first. There's an app called Pluto, P-L-U-T as in Tom O, and it's free. And there's TV shows and stuff on there. I discovered it accidentally. I don't even remember how I found it. But they have Andy Griffith on there, and like Matlock, and Happy Days and stuff like that. And I just love those shows. So I have found myself watching the Andy Griffith show like all day long in the background. I play with my puppy. So there's my puppy. He's sleeping over there. He's never very far from me, y'all. I see you. I see you. I haven't been doing it so much lately, but I usually, I like to walk, but I have not been doing it a lot lately for a lot of reasons, but I like to walk. I like to listen to music. I don't know. That's I used to like to read. I haven't had much of a desire to do that, but and then, what kinds of crafts do you like to create? So when I first started crafting, like forever ago, because I feel like I've always kind of been crafty, but like I used to do a lot of stuff for my kids. So I started making like felt stuff. Like I used to make on my Etsy shop these kind of like I can't even think what I used to call them, but I would make like a felt square or a heart or whatever, and I would put like acetate, and I would make like a starch and fine thing. So I'd fill it with those those beads that like you put in stuffed animals. I can't think of what they're called, but they're like the plastic beads. And then I would hide stuff in there, so like little beads or little buttons or whatever. And it was kind of like a gosh, what were those things called? And then there'd be like a key on the back of it, or like on a card that I would laminate, and they would find like what was on the list. So like maybe I would put like an airplane button in there, and they would search through the beads to find it. If I can remember what it was called, I'll pop a little text box up there. So I started out making stuff like that, felt finger puppets, stuff like that. That's what I used to make when my kids were little. Now that my two youngest are teenagers, and one's in high school and one's about to be in high school, I do more like DIY, crafty type stuff for like my house, like home decor, stuff for my planner, jewelry. I make jewelry on my Etsy. I still make felt kid stuff in my Etsy shop, but I don't enjoy it as much because I don't have any little kids anymore, and I don't have any grandkids yet. So, yeah, that's it. So if you guys have any other questions that you would like to ask me, and thank you Donna and Stephanie for your questions, put them down below and I'll answer your questions next week for Ask Monday or for Tea Tuesday or some such video. But yeah, start my new job today. Super excited. I'll let y'all know how that went in a later video, because I'm actually filming this, or I'm sorry, I start my new job tomorrow. I'm actually filming this Sunday night because I was afraid that I wouldn't have time to do it on Monday. So there's that. What else is going on? Oh, my son had a soccer tournament today. That's why I'm wearing my soccer mom shirt. They won their first game. They had 3 games. They won their first game. They lost their second game, and they tied their third game. And they made it to the first semifinal game, and then they lost, so that was it. So if they had won that game, they would have gone to the final. But my son did really good. He scored 2 goals. I'm super proud of him. He got hurt though. I'm a little worried about him. One of the kids on one of the teams that they played stepped on his foot really hard, and it's swollen. I don't think it's broken, or else I would have taken him to the emergency room, but he's in a lot of pain. Like, I heard him coming up the steps, and every time he stepped, he was like, like making noises. I did take pictures of his foot, because I'm going to send them to his dad to take a look at, and I told him that I would look at it again in the morning. So y'all say a little bit prayer that he's better in the morning, because he's got school tomorrow, and I'll start my new job, so that would be like the worst timing ever. But yeah, let me see how much time I got left, y'all. I still got 6 minutes, but I'm not gonna make y'all sit here for that. I'm gonna go let this finish. I'm gonna wash it off, and then I'll come back. Okay, y'all, so my face actually feels really good. It feels really soft. So I really like that face mask a lot, so you guys should try that one. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed my Q&A on this Mask Monday, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!